What does Marilou Danley speaking with police? The girlfriend of the Las Vegas gunman who shot dead 58 people on Sunday has said she had no idea what her kind, caring, quiet partner was planning. Marilou Danley's comments came hours before police suggested Stephen Paddock had been living a secret life. They said he may have been planning to escape instead of shooting himself dead, but did not give further details. It is not yet known why he opened fire on an open-air concert, committing the worst shooting in modern U.S. history. Clark County Sheriff Joseph Lombardo told a press conference that police had found more explosives in Paddock's car at the hotel, along with about 1,600 rounds of ammunition. Paddock had been gambling just hours before he began shooting. He had booked into an apartment at the high-rise Ogden in downtown Las Vegas a week earlier during a different open-air festival where acts including Muse, Lorde and Blink-182 were due to play. But he said Paddock's motivations and whether there were any possible accomplices remained a mystery. The FBI's Aaron Rouse said so far no link to terrorism had been found, but they would continue to look at all avenues without closing any doors because it was an ongoing investigation. "We don't understand it yet," Sheriff Lombardo told reporters, but questioned whether he could have accomplished his plan by himself. "You've got to make the assumption he had to have some help at some point," he said. Ms. Danley, who spoke to the FBI on Wednesday, expressed shock at the horrible unspeakable acts of violence Paddock had committed. "Paddock never said anything to me or took any action which she understood as a warning of what was to come," she said in a statement read by her lawyer. Ms. Danley added, "I loved him and hoped for a quiet future together." U.S. authorities named Ms. Danley a person of interest in their investigation and said they had made contact with her shortly after the shooting. Ms. Danley voluntarily flew back to Los Angeles from the Philippines on Tuesday night to speak to the FBI, just over 2 weeks after Paddock had surprised her with a cheap ticket to enable her to visit her family. While there, he wired her $100,000, £75,400, explaining it was to buy a house. "I was grateful, but honestly I was worried it was a way for him to break up with me," she said. "It never occurred to me in any way whatsoever that he was planning violence against anyone." Her sister earlier told Australian outlet 7 News that Ms. Danley was sent away, so that she will not be there to interfere with what he's planning. Paddock checked into a suite in the Mandalay Bay Hotel on 28 September, reportedly using some of Ms. Danley's identity documents.